بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
Now, there is one more kind of an attack which can happen called ARP spoofing attacks. Now, again, the same thing. Whenever you see spoofing means pretending to be someone else, and this time the attacker is sending a fake ARP request. So, if we just quickly review what is ARP protocol, we all know the ARP protocol, ARP Address Resolution Protocol, which is going to resolve IP to MAC. So, which means whenever the user 1.1 is trying to communicate with 1.2, so the source address and the destination address in general, in the front end, we see them as an IP, but in the back end, the switches do not understand the IPs. So there is an ARP protocol. And what this ARP protocol will do, ARP protocol is going to send out an ARP broadcast asking, hello, 1.2, what is your MAC address? So the request will go as a broadcast, which means everyone will receive the request. And that particular 1.2 is going to respond back with its own MAC address, right? That's what happens. So which means typically the broadcast request is also being listened by the attacker somewhere sitting here. And what attacker will try to do is he's going to reply on behalf of 1.2. So even though he's 1.10, he will reply back saying that I'm 1.2 and this is a MAC address. And there is a possibility that you may end up sending the packet to the attacker. Like if you take the example like this, 1.1, 1.2. So this will send an ARP broadcast, goes to everyone. And normally I'm expecting this to reply. But there is also an attacker who is trying to send a fake ARP reply saying that I am 1.2 and this is my MAC address. MAC is XY. So there is a possibility that, that particular request may end up landing towards the attacker, and the attacker will simply redirect the traffic again saying that I am 1.1 and he will try to communicate with 1.2, and most likely the communication which is supposed to go directly between 1.1 and 1.2 is not going directly. It is going via the attacker, which is again introducing to something called man in the middle attack. Okay, so man in the middle attack, nothing but it is something where the traffic goes via attacker. And this is possible via multiple different options, like ARP spoofing can be one of another possibility where the attacker will try to introduce something called man in the middle attack, the fake ARP replies. So which means we need a solution for this. That's what the ARP spoofing attack, where the attacker is going to aim and to deviate the traffic or intercept the traffic. Intercepting the communication, nothing but basically when we say intercepting communication, nothing but like sniffing the credentials or the passwords or specific files, or it can be any session data or the session information which can be useful for the attacker. That can be one of the possibilities. And again, as I said, the man in the middle attacks means basically the attacker may alter the packets, or he may try to drop the packets, or even he can get into the servers, like get into the servers data, whatever. Okay, so there is also a possibility like if the attacker intention is to deny the services, denial of service attack. So which means he's going to simply disrupt the communication where the request will come, it will not be sent back. So there are two possibilities. Either the attacker intention can be to deny the services from being accessible, that is denial of service attack, or the attacker intention can be a man in the middle attack where he will try to get the details of the options. So this is a typical ARP spoofing attack where the attacker is sending some forged ARP replies, we can say like that. So there are many tools. Again, we don't get into the tools actually, but there are many tools you'll find like ARP spoof or ARBEL. There are different tools which can be used by the attacker. Okay, so here, as I said, our intention is not more on the introducing the attacks. Our focus is more on getting into the solution, the mitigation, and the solution is dynamic ARP inspection. You can enable the feature called dynamic ARP inspection, which is something we'll talk about.